आति स्वपदान्त वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणी वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण।
Bro, kindly share host privilege.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today we are beginning 11th chapter. In 10th chapter, if you remember, Arjuna has asked that please, explain everything in detail. How there are different opulences by which you have spread throughout the whole universe, so that in those natures, in those bhava, you can remember you, O Krishna. Right? So then Krishna describes them one by one. So in chapter 11, now Lord is going to prove himself that he is Supreme Lord. And he will also, through showing his Vishwarupa, he will establish the criteria for anybody in the future who will claim himself to be God. They need to fulfill this criteria, that they also should be able to showcase themselves in universal form, Virat Rupa. Right? So this particular chapter, total number of sloka that they have 55, and this has been divided into 5 sections. The first section from sloka 1 to 8. If you go from sloka 1 to 8, there is a disc 1 to 8. So from 1 to 8, Arjuna is requesting Krishna of his Virat Rupa. Like Arjuna is asking that I want to see your universal form, uh, all pervasive form of Lord. The first Krishna describes from the mouth only that how universal form would look like. And then Lord gives him the divine vision to see the universal form, because with his normal eyes, one only able to see the universal form. To see the universal form, people require, uh, divine eyes. Right? Of course, there are some people, the neophyte transcendentalists, they are into universal conception, but they are not able to visualize everything in the Virat Rupa. Always. They have the conception of Virat Rupa. Right? But to see face to face, eye to eye, Lord is going to bestow this divine vision to Arjuna. Right? So, with all these things are discussed in section first, from sloka 1 to sloka 8. From sloka 9 to 31st, what Sanjaya sees, and he describes to Dhritarashtra the description of Virat Rupa. So, what are the reactions of Arjuna seeing the Virat Rupa Arjuna is frightened seeing this. And it's horrible, horrible, humongous forms of Virat Rupa, all destructive Kal Rupa form of the Lord, which is eating up all the armies from both sides. So first you see that it's like not like so much effulgence coming from the form of the Lord, universal form, immeasurable, radiant, like thousands of suns uh, rising at once. So much of radiance is coming from the universal form. And then the radiance, then he gets zoomed in, then you see, my God, this form is so vicaral, so massive, mammoth, spread everywhere. There is nothing which is left, no direction is left where this Virat form is not spread. And in this way, Arjuna sees that devouring everything, it devours everything. And you see past, present, and future all at one place, everything at one place, at one time. And also Arjuna says, what would going to be the outcome of this battle, Kurukshetra? So everybody will be slain, everyone will be killed in this in the future he's able to see. Right? So then Arjuna becomes too fearful, too like frightened by seeing this form. Then Arjuna is asking, "Oh Lord, who are you? Why did you come here? What is your purpose? What is your mission? Please tell." So then from 32 sloka till 34 sloka, so Krishna tells that who is he in response to the question of Arjuna. He goes, I am time destroyer of the world. Stars me have look sacred to the door. And in this way, it does that. Everybody who has come here will not go back home alive, Arjuna. Everybody has come here to die. So everyone is going to mouth the death. So Arjuna just become the instrument of mine. Nimittumatram bhava samvyasachi. He gives the conclusion. He wanted to convince from last 10 chapters. Of course, in 10 chapters he got convinced. But Lord is showing the future also. What's going to happen. Then understanding the form of the Lord, then Arjuna comes in the prayer mode and he starts praying to the Lord. It takes 35 onwards to 46. Arjuna trembles in awe and veneration, seeing the universal form. His love has been covered by awe and veneration. He is a premi bhakta. Arjuna is a loving devotee of the Lord. He is not a bhakta of inferior rasa, of samta and dasya. He is in sakya. He is in much more vishramba rasa. But seeing this horrendous form of the Lord, that rasa takes an inferior position. And his great awe and veneration, he tells it, please forgive me, Krishna. I thought you to be ordinary friend of mine. And with you, I have sat together, slept together, eat together, ate together. I joked you, mocked you many, many times, telling, oh, Yadav, oh, Saka, like this. So I've done that in ignorance. Actually, that is not the ignorance. But he, out of such a awe and veneration, such a he is thinking, telling that I was in ignorance and treated you as my friend, so please forgive me. Right. So then from 47th sloka to 55th sloka, then there is description that how Arjuna is asking that, oh Lord, please be merciful upon me and please show me your most beautiful, pleasing 400 and 200 forms. So then Lord again assumes his 200 form, but before 200 form, he takes up 400 forms. And in this way, Lord tells Arjuna that this 200 form is Sudur Darshan. Of course, this form of universal form, Virat Rupa is Dur Darshan, very difficult to see. But even more difficult to see the form is that is this most beautiful Sham Sundar form of the Lord, 200 form of the Lord. And only unallied devotees on the stature of Arjuna could see that form. So again, the vision was restored for Arjuna. That's a loving vision, which he already have natural vision. So in this way, Lord completes his universal form. And then the next chapter starts, chapter 12. So of course, Lord has never told Bhagavad Gita like now chapter 8 over, chapter 10 now I start, not like that. Lord has just spoken a sloka, but later on. We ask for us Kali Yuga people to grasp and understand and practice. He has compiled it into chapters. So that's the genius of Vyasdev. So let's begin with chapter 11, the devotees, from sloka number 1. So we'll have the same format of reading. I will read the sloka, then translation, and one by one devotees can read the purport. Maybe we can just go on with the alphabet format. Whoever comes alphabetically, their number first, they will read, and after that we'll do cycling of it. Arjuna Vacha. मद अनुग्रहाय परमं गुह्यम् अध्यात्म संगीतम् यत्वोक्तं वचस्तेन मोहोऽयं विगतो मम. Translation. Arjuna said, by my hearing the instructions you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now been dispelled. Purport.
Purport by His Divine Grace, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. This chapter reveals Krishna as the cause of all causes. He is even the cause of the Mahavishnu, from whom the material universe emanate. Krishna is not an incarnation. He is in a source of all incarnation. That has been completely explained in the last chapter. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he says that his illusion is over. This means that Arjuna no longer think of Krishna as a mere human being, as a friend of his, but as a source of everything. Arjuna is very enlightened and is glad that he has such a great friend as Krishna. But now he is thinking that although he may accept Krishna as the source of everything, others may not. So, in order to establish Krishna's divinity for all, he is requesting Krishna in this chapter to show his universal form. Actually, when one sees the universal form of Krishna, one becomes frightened, like Arjuna. But Krishna is not. Krishna is so kind that after showing it, he converts himself again into his original form. Arjuna agrees to what Krishna has several times said. Krishna is speaking to him just for his benefit. So Arjuna acknowledged that all this is happening to him by Krishna's grace. He is now convinced that Krishna is the cause of all causes and is present in everyone's head as the super soul.
Thank you. So the whole chapter is again given introduction by Srila Prabhupada in this purport. What is going to happen in this particular chapter? So Arjuna's illusion has been dispelled. Means what? Arjuna is enlightened that Krishna is not the ordinary human being like me. He is the source of everything. He is the master of everything. Uh, So that's what it is, to remove the illusion. Jiva Maya, Maya, to see everything in connection with Krishna. So now let's go to text 2. So Arjuna is so kind that for all of us, he is now requesting Krishna to unveil his universal form, how everything is in connection with Krishna. Everything is inside Krishna. Sarvabhutesu Mayi Pasye, how everything is resting in Krishna. Everything, Krishna is also resting in everything. Right? So that Vishwarupa form is going to be shown by Lord after getting request from Arjuna. भवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां श्रुतौ विस्तरसो मया त्वत्तः कमलपत्राक्ष महात्म्यम् अपि चाव्ययम्. Oh, lotus-eyed one, Kamalapatraksha, I have heard from you in detail. Hmm? Srutau Vistaraso Maya. I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity. What? Bhavapi hi bhutana. Bhavapeyav hi bhutana. And I have heard about that. And I have realized your inexhaustible glories also. Mahatma Apicha Vayam. But, do you read the Parvat?
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna addresses Lord Krishna as lotus-eyed. Krishna's eyes appear just like the petals of the lotus flower. Out of his joy, for Krishna has assured him in a previous chapter, Aham Krishnasya Jagat.
कृष्णस्य जगतः प्रभवः प्रलयस्तथा.
I am the source of the appearance and disappearance of this entire material manifestation. Arjuna has heard of this from the Lord in detail. Arjuna further knows that in spite of his being the source of all appearances and disappearances, is aloof from them. As the Lord has said in the ninth chapter, he is all pervading, yet he is not personally present everywhere. That is the inconceivable opulence of Krishna, which Arjuna admits that he has thoroughly understood.
So Arjuna has understood. What understood? Whole material world and the constants of material world, every jiva, how they are appearing and disappearing, and how everything is actually happening by the influence of Krishna. And Krishna is the master of everything, source of everything. So that's what the illusion is removed, right? What is illusion, dear devotees? Maya. Maya, I बोलते हैं. What is Maya? What is Maya? Who can say? कौन बोल सकता है? What is Maya? What is illusion which has been removed from the eyes of Arjuna? Nishant Prabhu.
So last chapter we read that Maya, which is not Krishna, which does not emanate from Krishna.
Is that?
Maya, which is not Krishna or not related,
Yeah,
not energy of
correct.
And
Krishna.
Maya is the like energy of Krishna, but that thing which is not, that is जो है भी और नहीं है, वो माया पे लगता है कि वो है बट है नहीं. But the ultimate source is Krishna.
Yeah, correct. So thing is that what Nishant Prabhu is saying that everything is actually connection with Krishna, but when we see and when we see something and we don't see the connection with Krishna, that is called Maya. That's why it is called Maya. जो आप देख रहे हो वो actually है नहीं, right? So this is the definition of Maya given by Krishna himself, not Maya giving. Krishna himself gives the definition. What it is? Ritam arthe yat pratiyeta न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद विद्यात् आत्मनो माया यथा भासो यथात्मः. In Chatusloki Bhagavatam, in second chapter, second canto, Lord says That Rite Artham, whatever you are able to see truth, something is truth, yes. This girl is so beautiful. It's really truth. When now Pratiyeta Chatmani, by seeing the girl's beauty, you are not able to see me. You have forgotten me. Then Lord says, Tad Vidyat Atmano Maya. वहां पे मेरी माया निवास कर रही है. यथा भासो यथात्मः. इस प्रकार से अंधकार में जब लाइट को रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं तो लगता है कि सूर्य आ गया है, लेकिन सूर्य है नहीं वहां पे, है कि नहीं? So something is beautiful, something is wonderful, something is splendorous, magnanimous, something is very wonderful thing, right? But those wonderful things, we don't see the connection with Krishna. That is what's called Maya. And when Maya's curtain gets removed, then one gets this understanding. Aham Krishnasya Jagataha Prabhavah Pralayasthatha. Aham, Krishna is telling, Aham, I am Krishnasya matlab sab kuch. Krishnasya matlab sab kuch. Jagataha Prabhavah. Prabhava matlab, oh, मैं सबको बनाता हूँ और सबका विनाश नहीं करता हूँ. And the source of appearance and disappearance of this eternal manifestation. So that's why the conclusion of all the rules and regulations in Vedanta, Vedic literature is what? Always remember Krishna. Whatever
Never
you see, and never forget.
Krishna.
If you have come to this conclusion, means you can never be in the Maya. You are always away from Maya. You are always aloof from Maya. Three modes of material nature, right? So that Arjuna is telling that that is over for me. That is over for me. But I want to make that illusion gets over, not for myself, but even everyone in this world. That's why now you are going to request to see universal form of the Lord. एवं एतद्यथार्थत्वम् आत्मानं परमेश्वर द्रष्टुमिच्छामि ते रूपम् ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम. एवं एतद्, okay, translation. Evam etad yatha atha. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position. Now Arjuna is able to see Krishna in his actual position and everything in connection with Krishna. As you have described yourself, I wish to see you, Drashtumichhami, how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. Te rupam, how you have entered. Evam etad yathattatvam atmanam parameshwara. And I want to see that form of yours. Yoga Ishwarya. Purport.
Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Lord said that because He entered into the material universe by His personal representation, the cosmic manifestation has made possible and is going on. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he is inspired by the statements of Krishna. But in order to convince others in the future who may think that Krishna is an ordinary person, Arjuna desires to see him actually in his universal form, to see how he is acting from within the universe, although he is apart from it. Arjuna's addressing the Lord as Purushottama is also significant. Since the Lord is the supreme personality of Godhead, he is present within Arjuna himself. Therefore, he knows the desire of Arjuna, and he can understand that Arjuna has no special desire to see him in his universal form, for Arjuna is completely satisfied to see him in his personal form of Krishna. But the Lord can understand also that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to convince others. Arjuna did not have any personal desire for confirmation. Krishna also understands that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to set a criterion, for in the future there would be so many impostors who would pose themselves as incarnation of God. The people therefore should be careful. One who claims to be Krishna should be prepared to show his universal form to confirm his claim to the people.
Yes. So we understand there are two reasons for which Krishna is going to show universal form here, right? This could be the question of your CBA, right? There are two reasons. First is that Arjuna's ardent desire to preach about the form and the position of Krishna, right? Personally, he is understanding everything, but for the people in general, for them to show that how Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead, he wanted to see himself and also to be recorded through him, through Sanjay and Dhritarashtra, and so that people in future will also able to appreciate and understand Krishna to be Supreme Personality Godhead, and also to set the criteria for the future so-called incarnations of the Lord, and they will come in future in Kali Yuga, and they had coming already. Many incarnations have come, and they say, "I am the incarnation of Mahavishnu. Please come here, and I will make you also one of the Vishnu." So crazy people are there. But you ask them to show the universal form, and then they will not do. Or they will ask, give 5,000 rupees, then I'll show you. I long before, when I was in my school days, in nearby city, there was a Bhagwan has come, and he has put a camp there, and he was curing everybody's disease by some type of meditation or something. And his people were telling that to see the universal form of this Bhagwan, you have to give 5,000 rupees. Now, Baba, where is that 5,000 rupees criterion for Krishna here? Put 5,000 रुपया दोगे और कोई भी देख सकता है यूनिवर्सल फॉर्म यहाँ, पता नहीं क्या दिखाएगा बंदा। अर्जुन तो 5,000 रुपया नहीं दिया था, संजय also didn't give. So 5,000 रुपया लेके यूनिवर्सल फॉर्म लेते हैं. So these crazy cheaters would be like, they will be like made to be shut. Still, there are so many people are there, crazy people, those who don't have Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So they believe also, right? Yeah, Bhagwan hai, Bhagwan hai, Bhagwan hai. But the same people, those who know Bhagavad Gita, they will never accept such cheap Bhagwan. मन से यदि तशक्यं मया द्रष्टुमिति प्रभो योगेश्वर ततो मे त्वं दर्शयात्मानमव्ययम्. मन से यदि तशक्यं, अगर आपको लगता है कि मैं ये देख सकता हूँ, if you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, oh my Lord, oh Master of all mystic power, Yogeshwara, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self. Maya drashtumiti Prabhu. Darsya Atmanam Apayam. Please show yourself. Purport.
Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is said that one can neither see, hear, understand, nor perceive the Supreme Lord Krishna by the material senses. But if one is engaged in loving transcendental service to the Lord from the beginning, then one can see the Lord by revelation. Every living entity is only a spiritual spark, therefore, it is not possible to see or to understand the Supreme Lord. Arjuna, as a devotee, does not depend on his speculative strength, rather, he admits his limitations as living entity and acknowledges Krishna's inestimable position. Arjuna could understand that for a living entity it is not possible to understand the unlimited infinite. If the infinite reveals himself, then it is possible to understand the nature of the infinite by the grace of the infinite. The word Yogeshwar is very significant here because the Lord has inconceivable power. If he likes, he can reveal himself by his grace, although he is unlimited. Therefore, Arjuna pleads for the inconceivable grace of Krishna. He does not give Krishna orders. Krishna is not obliged to reveal himself unless one surrenders fully in Krishna consciousness and engages in devotional service. Thus, it is not possible for persons who depend on the strength of their mental speculations to see Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So we understand what is the attitude of Arjuna to see Krishna, right? We understand Do we have the same attitude when we approach Krishna? That is a big question. So Arjuna is asking that, oh Lord, if you think I am eligible to see your form, then only, right? If you think, right? So this is the submissive attitude of Arjuna. Similarly, when we start chanting the holy name, then we say that I will chant holy name today. 16 rounds I'll complete before 6:30. And that's not the real attitude actually to approach Krishna. Holy name is Krishna himself. So great learning uh, to learn from here. Great lesson to learn from Arjuna's attitude. So this is a submissive attitude by which we can actually perceive Krishna. And Arjuna has this attitude of submissiveness. So Arjuna asking that, oh Lord, if you feel myself to be worthy to see you. Similarly, we can also say, oh holy name, oh Krishna, if you feel myself worthy, kindly reveal yourself. I am there in your service. Then you find the holy name automatically reveals himself. Harinam is who is not different from Krishna. He automatically reveals himself in front of a devotee who comes in this attitude of submissiveness. So then we see in this attitude of submissiveness, Arjuna is asking that, oh Lord, if you feel like me to be worthy to see you, kindly show your universal form. Then Lord goes ahead. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Now Lord is going to tell what he will see, what he is going to see. Just he speaks in like verbal description. Text 5, Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Please scroll up, Prabhu. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. पश्य मे पार्थ रूपाणि सदशोथ सहस्रशः नाना विधानि दिव्यानि नानाकृतीनि च. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, see now my opulences, hundreds and thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. Purport, please.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in his universal form, which, although a transcendental form, is just manifested for the cosmic manifestation and is therefore subject to the temporary time of this material nature. As the material nature is manifested and not manifested, similarly, this universal form of Krishna is manifested and non manifested. It is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna's other forms. As far as a devotee is concerned, he is not eager to see the universal form, but because Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in this way, Krishna reveals this form. This universal form is not possible to be seen by any ordinary man. Krishna must give one the power to see it.
Thank you so much. So Lord is telling, my dear Arjuna. Right? So when the relationship gets developed between Bhagavan and the Jiva, then the all revelation starts, right? Not before that. So Lord is going to show the universal form, which have attribute of temporariness. This is not eternal form. That should be noted. It is transcendental form, but it's not eternal form. Right? How come it is so? Why it is transcendental form? Because in this transcendental form, Lord is actually manifesting this whole universe. Right? This is the transcendental form of Sahasra Shirsha. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksa Sahasrapan. In Purushottam prayer, it's mentioned. This Garbha, Hiranya Garbha is prayed. This is transcendental form, but it is manifested so long the inverse is in the appearance, manifested feature. So long universe is manifested, that long only this universal form is there. And when the universe gets cataclysed, universe gets destroyed in Pralaya, in this Prakriti Pralaya, there are different types of Pralaya when it takes place. Mainly there are 4 types of Pralaya mentioned in Bhagavatam. Nitya Pralaya, Prakritik Pralaya, Namitik Pralaya, Atyantik Pralaya. So this takes place in which Pralaya? Prakritik Pralaya. When the whole universe only gets destroyed. So when the whole universe gets destroyed, then this Virat Rupa is also destroyed. Virat Rupa is no more existing. That's why it is temporary. But of course, the Krishna's form, the two-hand form of Krishna, four-hand form of Narayana, they are never annihilated. They're always there in the spiritual world. But this universal form is there in the spiritual world or not? Is this universal form is there in the spiritual world?
No, bro.
Fine. Correct. Because there is no conception of this material universes in the spiritual world. Okay, take 6. पश्यादित्यान् वसून् रुद्रान् अश्विनौ मरुतस्तथा बहुनि अदृष्टपूर्वाणि पश्याश्चर्याणि भारत. O best of Bharata, see here the different manifestations of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and all other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard before. But any other devotee, like we see Madhav Rajwalla Prabhu has read many times.
Hare Krishna, bro.
Achyut, Ashokatma Prabhu has not yet read. Nishant Prabhu, have you read before?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, we have Achyut Ashokatma Prabhu, Divyanshu Prabhu, not read yet. Hare Krishna. Achyut Ashokatma Prabhu, are you there? Achyut Ashokatma is
I
there.
can read.
Divyanshu Prabhu, your voice is breaking.
Hello, yeah, I can read now. Is that fine? Purport. Even though Arjun was a personal friend of Krishna and the most advanced of learned men, it was still not possible for him to know everything about Krishna. Where it is stated that humans have neither heard nor known of all these forms and manifestations. Krishna reveals these forms.
Hmm. Go down, Prabhu. Take 7. इहैकस्थं जगत्कृत्स्नं पश्चाद सचराचरं मम गेहे देहे गुडाकेश यच्चान्न द्रष्टुमिच्छसि. Translation. O Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place. Yeah. Whatever you want to see, whatever moving, non-moving, everything. Past, present, future, everything at one place. Purport.
No one can see the entire universe while sitting on one place. Even the most advanced scientists cannot see what is going on in other parts of the universe. But a devotee like Arjuna can see everything that exists in any part of the universe. Krishna gives him the power to see anything he wants to see, past, present, and the future. Thus, by the mercy of Krishna, Arjuna is able to see everything.
So by the mercy of Krishna, only one is able to see even the material universes also. And material truth. Of course, that is not so important than to see the spiritual truth, Krishna. But even material truth to see, people require mercy of the Lord. Like Newton says, people they get so much fascinated. So many theories have been given by Newton. Every field of science, Newton's law is there, right? Physics, chemistry, even mathematics. But what Newton says, I'm just like a small little child on the shore of ocean, and I'm playing with small little pebbles and shells. And I cannot fathom how many pebbles and shells are there in the bed of ocean, in the depth of the ocean. So whatever is getting revealed by me with small, small pebbles is just by the mercy of that supreme intelligent God. So even scientists they understand that even material thing to also get revealed, there is a blessing of God, Krishna required. Otherwise, people will simply get bewildered, like this this Dawkins, like nowadays scientists, they simply speculate. They simply speculate. They don't give credit to God. They don't give credit to Krishna. And what revelation they have got? Nothing. They simply write fictitious novels and make people crazy, right? And they themselves get crazy also. Yeah, text it. This is the last sloka of the first section. न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुम् अनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा दिव्यं ददामि ते चक्षुः पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम्. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence. That what? Our mystic opulence is going to be revealed by Allah. Who will read the purport?
Purport. A pure devotee does not like to see Krishna in any form except his form with two hands. A devotee must see his universal form by his grace, not with the mind, but with the spiritual eyes. To see the universal form of Krishna, Arjun is told not to change his mind but his vision. The universal form of Krishna is not very important. That will be very clear in the subsequent verses. Yet, because Arjuna wanted to see it, the Lord gives him a particular vision required to see that universal form. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुम् अनेन एव स्वचक्षुषा. By your vision, you cannot able to see me. Divyam dadami chakshuhu te chakshu. I will give you divine eyes. Prashyame yogameshwaram. Please see my inconceivable mystic power. Yeah. So yogameshwaram. To see, Lord is giving the vision to Arjuna, not the mind. Because in his mind already, who is staying in the mind of Arjuna? Krishna is staying. Two-handed form. Krishna is staying. Right. That's why devotees they always keep Krishna into their mind. Mind means heart, interchangeably used. मनमनाभो मद्भक्तो मन मन मंदिरे रहु निषिदे. So Krishna is telling, don't change the mind. I'm there in your mind, but just I'm giving you temporary this goggles to see universal form. Right? Sometimes when you go to Tara Mandal, so people they give the Tara Mandal. Tara Mandal, what is Tara Mandal in English? Planetarium, right? So planetarium, you will be given a different goggles to see. And also, if you go to see 3D movies, they will give you goggles. That's what the difference between 3D and 2D. In 2D and 3D, just you don't in 2D you don't get goggles, and 3D you get goggles. But I saw Mahavatar Nrsimha, and there was not practically different between having a goggle or not having the goggle. It was having the same similar type of vision. So the goggle is being given by Krishna to Arjuna so that he could see the universal from the Lord, but not to change, not the Arjuna's, not the mind to be changed of Arjuna. Text 9. Okay, so from text 9 onwards, this Sanjay is going to describe what he sees in Ribol. Achha, the purport is left here. Fine. Did we read the purport? No, I think we didn't read the purport. Can someone read the purport out?
Yes, Prabhu. Devotees who are correctly situated in a transcendental relationship with Krishna are attracted by loving features, not by godly display of opulences. The playmates of Krishna, the friends of Krishna, and the parents of Krishna never wanted Krishna to show his opulences. They are so immersed in pure love that they do not even know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In their loving exchange, they forget that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the boys who play with Krishna are all highly pious souls, and after many, many births, they are able to play with Krishna. Such boys do not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They take him as a personal friend. Therefore, Sukdev Goswami recites these words.
Itham
Little
satam
down.
brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam paradaivatena maya shritanam naradayakena shakam vijaru kritapunna.
Here is the Supreme Person who is considered the impersonal Brahman by great sages, the Supreme Personality of Godhead by devotees, and a product of material nature by ordinary men. Now, these boys who have performed many, many pious activities in their past lives are playing with that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.12.11. The fact is that the devotee is not concerned with seeing the Vishwarupa, the universal form, but Arjun wanted to see it to substantiate Krishna's statement so that in future people could understand that Krishna not only theoretically or philosophically presented himself as the supreme, but actually presented himself as such to Arjuna. Arjun must confirm this because Arjun is the beginning of the Parampara system. Those who are actually interested in understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and to follow in the footstep of Arjuna, should understand that Krishna not only theoretically presented himself as the Supreme, but actually revealed himself as the Supreme. The Lord gave Arjuna the necessary power to see his universal form because he knew that Arjuna did not particularly want to see it as we have already explained.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So we see Arjuna don't have the particular his own self motivation to see the universal form, but thus everything is all about the preaching mission, right? For preaching other people, he want to see the universal form. But to see Krishna in 200 form and having a relation with him, that is like top of the top thing. That could not be perceived by even karmis, even jnanis, even yogis, even so-called bhaktas. Right? That is mentioned in Bhagavatam 10:12. Shakam vijaharu kritapunna punja. Right? So these coward boys who are playing with Krishna, they're not ordinary souls. Having accrued immense, like voluminous and mountains of past credit is bhakti in previous life they have done. Then they are now playing with Krishna as if there is no difference between Krishna and any other cowherd boy. They are just like so close with each other that the cowherd boys have forgotten that Krishna is God. But those who are normal devotees, for them, could you go scroll up, Prabhu, in the sloka, scroll up, Abhiram, Chaitanya, Bhakta, Das, अधिकारी प्रभु प्लीज स्क्रॉल आप नहीं श्लोक में जाओ श्लोक में भागवतम की जो श्लोक है यस भागवतम के श्लोक इत्थम सताम ब्रह्म सुखानुभूत्या इन द सेंटर यस स्टे हियर इत्थम सताम ब्रह्म सुखानुभूत्या तो ब्रह्म सुखानुभूत्या इत्थम सताम ब्रह्म सुखानुभूत्या so there are how many people discussed here those who are actually seeing Krishna to be Brahma Sukha for those who are impersonalist sages. So for them, Krishna is source of Brahma Sukha. For those who are devotees of the Lord, like for all of us, normal devotees, I don't know about you all, but for me, He is master. We are the servant. For those who are in Maya, full in illusory energy, for them, Krishna is Nardarakena. He is normal, ordinary boy or man. But for those who have done so much heaps and heaps of devotional service for many, many lives, for them, Shakam Vijaru Kritapunna Punja, they are the coward boys. They actually stay with Krishna. And they have forgotten the real, not real, the position of Krishna to be God. So that is the position of devotees, as exalted as the coward boy, Subal, Sridham, Madhumangal, uh, Stoka Krishna, Pushta Krishna, like that. So Vrindavan Vasis. So, but for those who are out of Vrindavan, for them, the conception of Supreme God starts in Dwarka, in Hastinapur. For Vrindavan Vasis, there is no conception of Supreme God. जैसे कृष्णा देख वो कृष्ण को गाली भी देते हैं, बड़ी बड़ी गंदी गंदी गाली देते हैं, right? So they don't believe that, they don't actually think Krishna to be God. So, but God conception starts from Mathura, Dwarka, and Hastinapur. So Hastinapur also, we can say that Hastinapur is extended Dwarka. You know? So being the residence of extended Dwarka, Arjuna understand that Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead. Arjuna understand that. And Krishna is the source of everything. So that conception is there with him. But yet he understand that he is my friend too. Okay, fine. Let's go down. Sanjay Vacha. So from text 9 onwards, 9 till 31, that Sanjay's description of Virat Rupa is going to take place. Okay. So this is a big chunk of section of this particular chapter. We'll see this. Sanjay Vacha. एवं उक्त्वा ततो राजन् महायोगेश्वरो हरिः दर्शयामास पार्थाय परमं रूपमेश्वरम्. Sanjay said, O king, having spoken thus, the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead, displayed his universal form to Arjuna. Text 10-11. अनेक वक्त्र नयनम् अनेक अद्भुत दर्शनम् अनेक दिव्याभरणम् दिव्यनेकोद्यतायुधम् दिव्यमाल्याम्बरधरम् दिव्यगन्धानुलेपनम् सर्व आश्चर्यमयम् देवम् अनन्तम् विश्वतोमुखम्. अनेक वक्त्र नयनम्, unlimited mouth and unlimited eyes. We'll go to the translation. Anek adbhut darshanam, and wonderful sights in universal form. Please. Okay, so I'll read the translation. Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. Aneka divya aneka uddita ayudham. Upraised weapons, ayudha. He wore celestial garlands, divyamala, celestial garments and garlands, ambara dresses. There are divyagandha anulepanam. Many divine scents were smeared over his body. Means he was able to maybe smell also a scent. Chandan, aguru, musk, and all that divine scents were coming from the transcendental body of Vishrupa. And all was wondrous, brilliant, Ashcharyamaya, Devam, Anantam, unlimited, Vishwatomukham, all expanding everywhere. Perfect. Who is the perfect?
Purport. In these two verses, the repeated use of the word many indicate that there are no limit of number of hands, mouth, leg, and other manifestations Arjuna was seeing. These manifestations were distributed throughout the universe. But by the grace of the Lord, Arjuna could see them while sitting in one place. That was due to the inconceivable potency of Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Aneka means unlimited. And Aneka has been used many times. Right? So that to be inferred. Text 12. Devi Surya Sahasrasya Bhavedugapadutthita Yadi Bhasadrishesya Shagbhasastasya Mahatmanaha. So Divi Surya Sahasras in the sky as if hundreds and thousands of suns are rising at once. If hundreds and thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, the radiance might resemble the presence of the Supreme Personality of Universal Form. Might resemble, not is like resemble, like resemble, might resemble. Means even more radiance. There is more radiant. That is universal form is more radiant than thousands and thousands of suns rising at once. But
Purport. What Arjuna saw was incredible, but yet Sanjay is trying to give a mental picture of that great revelation to Dhritarashtra. Neither Sanjaya nor Dhritarashtra was present, but Sanjaya, by the grace of Vyasadeva, could see whatever happened. Thus, he now compares the situation, as far as it can be understood, to an imaginable phenomenon, as it is thousands of sun. is compared.
Hare Krishna. So none of them there, nobody is able to see except Arjuna. What is happening? Arjuna and Sanjay is able to see. But in the descriptive form, whatever can be adjusted, whatever can be presented. Sometimes you say that Prabhu, your glory is so much that words are limited. So like that. So Lord's form is so unlimited that what words will explain him. That's why he's telling Aneka, Aneka, Aneka Vaktram, Aneka Divyam, Aneka Malya, Aneka Skandham. So Dhritarashtra is able to figure out what it means. Verse 13. Tatrakastam jagatkritsam pravibhaktam anekadha apashyaddeva devasya sharire pandavastada. At that time, Arjuna could see the universal form of the Lord, the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place. Unlimited expansions of the universe, all they divided into many, many thousands. Perfect.
Purport. The word tatra there is very significant. It indicates that both Arjuna and Krishna were sitting on the chariot when Arjuna saw the universal form. Others on the battlefield could not see this form because Krishna gave the vision only to Arjuna. Arjuna could see in the body of Krishna many, many thousands of planets. As we learn from Vedic scriptures, there are many universes and many planets. Some of them are made of earth, some of them made of gold, some are made of jewels, and some are very great, some are not so great, etc. Sitting on this chariot, Arjuna could see all this, but no one could understand what was going on between Arjuna and Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Interesting. So it was happening, the talk between Arjuna and Krishna. Arjuna is seeing, talking so many things. But Kauravas and Pandavas, the Senas, they are thinking the suspecting क्या चल रहा है इन लोग दोनों के बीच में क्या हो रहा है पता नहीं चल रहा है लड़ाई करने आ गए यहाँ क्लास चालू कर दिए 1.5 घंटे का so nobody is able to see only Arjuna is able to see and devatas are also able to see because they are also there to witness the whole battlefield of Kurukshetra. The Lord enables them to see the universal form, devatas. That will come in future slokas. ततः स विस्मयविष्टो हृष्टरोमा धनञ्जयः प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं कृताञ्जलिर्भासत. Translation. Then bewildered and astonished, his hair is standing on end. Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances, and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord. Please read from purport.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Once the divine vision is revealed, the relationship between Krishna and Arjuna changes immediately. Before, Krishna and Arjuna had a relationship based on friendship. But here, after the revelation, Arjuna is offering obeisances with great respect and with folded hands he is praying to Krishna. He is praising the universal form. Thus, Arjuna's relationship becomes one of wonder rather than friendship. Great devotees see Krishna as a reservoir of all relationships. In the scriptures, there are 12 basic kinds of relationships mentioned, and all of them are present in Krishna. It is said that he is the ocean of all the relationships exchanged between two living entities, between the gods or between the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Here, Arjuna was inspired by the relationship of wonder, and in that wonder, although he was by nature very sober, calm, and quiet, he became ecstatic, his hair stood up, and he began to offer his obeisances unto the Supreme Lord with folded hands. He was not, of course, afraid. He was affected by the wonders of the Supreme Lord. The immediate context is wonder. His natural loving friendship was overwhelmed by wonder, and thus he reacted in this way.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Madhav as well, Prabhuji. So we see that Arjuna is now going to pray. But in what mood he's praying? That's very, very important to understand. So his primary rasas, there are 12 rasas, right? 5 primary and 7 secondary. What are that 5 primary rasas, dear devotees? Anybody know? Don't do chat GPT. Just say.
Bro,
Co-hosted muted me. Why? Okay.
sorry, but like I'm muting myself.
So what are the 5 primary rasas, dear devotees?
वो
Ram
माधुर्य
rasa.
रस,
हाँ,
लीला रस, लीला गुण माधुर्य.
कौन बोल रहा है भाई ये? लीला गुण मान के तो अभिराम चैतन्य.
Yes, bro.
Okay. Madhuri is one rasa. But where is Leela and Gun rasa? Which Shastra mentions Leela and Gun rasa is there? Five, no, 5 rasas, main rasas. Starting from Santa rasa. Santa rasa, Dasa rasa, Kirasa, Vatsalya rasa, and Madhuri rasa. Right? The rasa means relationship between living entity and Krishna. Right? So that is rasa. The same relationship gets reflected in perverted form in this material world. When we relate with the things and people of this world, in Santarasa, like I am sitting and I am talking in the webcam. So I have a relationship with this webcam, but what is the relationship? Is Santarasa relationship. He is शांत, but I am very active. ये चुपचाप सेवा कर रहा है. मेरा पूरा वीडियो ये स्ट्रीम कर रहा है, right? This is Santrasa. My laptop is in Santrasa. I'm sitting on a mat on the Santrasa. The table here, the bag here, my chanting bag there. Santrasa. So this is like, but that is there with Krishna. Everything is actually having relationship with Krishna. So there are many people, they want to serve Krishna in Santrasa. And higher than Santrasa is Dasarasa. Having understanding that Master is Krishna and I will serve actively in the mood of servant. Then higher than Dasya is Sakhyarasa, being the friend of Krishna. Higher than Sakhya is Vatsalya, and higher than Vatsalya is Madhurya, conjugal relationship. Krishna is my boyfriend, Krishna is my husband, I am Krishna's wife. So that's the topmost rasa. And of course, there is another subcategory into it. But there are 7 secondary rasa. When these 5 rasas are not uh, seen, not there, then there are 7 secondary rasas, they get manifested. What are the 7 secondary rasas? So they are Raudra, anger, one. Second is Adbhuta. So Prabhupada tells in first canto of first chapter, third sloka. You can go and check over there. Adbhuta rasa, wonder. The second rasa is called Adbhuta rasa. There are 7 second rasa. The third is Sringar rasa. No, not Sringarasa. Third is Hasya Rasa, comedy. Fourth is Veera Rasa. Fifth is Daya Rasa. And seventh is Shock, Vibhats Rasa. Right. So like this, there are 7 secondary rasas. 5 primary already discussed. So among the 7, this Arjuna is now overpowered by which rasa, dear devotees? Which rasa Arjuna is overpowered by? Dear devotees, your videos are off, and I don't know whether are you there. Can you your videos? Yeah?
Adbhuta Rasa.
Adbhuta rasa, correct. Wonder. So wonder rasa. So kindly open up your videos. You want to make your attendance and kindly keep your videos on. So Adbhuta rasa. And actually, Arjuna have the relationship with which rasa? Primary rasa? Sakhya. But now Sakhya has taken a secondary position. Sakhya has taken in the corner. Sakhya कहीं कोने में जाके दब गया है. Or which rasa has taken over? Wonder rasa has taken over. So this wondrous rasa is secondary and it is temporary. Sthai bhav is sthai rasa is friendship only. Natural loving friendship is that he is sthai bhav. And now he's overwhelmed by wonder. Thus he reacted this way. And he's folding hands. Like, have you seen a friend folds hand in front of another friend? If somebody folds and we say, अबे क्या नौटंकी कर रहा है? क्यों हाथ जोड़ा मेरे सामने? बंद करे तो, right? A friend never folds a hand in front of another friend, right? It becomes so artificial. But now Arjuna is doing it. Oh, Deva, Deva, Devi, Sujagatpati. Why? Because the rasa has been temporarily obscured. Primary rasa of Arjuna with Krishna. Okay, text 15. Now Arjuna tells in that same wondrous rasa. The friendly rasa is overtaken. Now his now situation is like this. Arjuna Vacha. Prasyavi devanstava devadehe sarvans tatha bhut vishesha sanghan brahmanamisham kamala sanastam vishisya sarvanugarans divyam. Arjuna said, my dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine servants. Perfect.
Purport. Arjuna sees everything in the universe. Therefore, he sees Brahma, who is the first creator of the universe, as the celestial serpents upon with the Garbhodaksha Vishnu lies in the lower regions of the universe. This snake bird is called Vashuki. There are also other snakes known as Vashuki. Arjuna can see from the Garbhodaksha Vishnu up to the topmost part of the universe, the lotus flower planet, where Brahma, the first creature of the universe, resides. That means that from the beginning of the end, everything could be seen by Arjuna, who was sitting into one place on his chariot. This was possible by the grace of the Supreme Lord Krishna.
Yeah. So you see the whole universe, starting from the navel of Garbhodaksha Vishnu till Satyaloka, where Brahma stays. You see all the devatas, primary devatas like Shiva, Brahma, and all the other devatas also. अनेक बाहूदरवक्त नेत्रम पश्यामि त्वं सर्वतोऽनन्तरूपं नान्तं न मध्यं न पुनस्तवादिं पश्यामि विश्वेश्वर विश्वरूपा. O Lord of the universe, O universal form, I see you in your body, many, many arms, bellies, mouths, and eyes, expanded everywhere without limit. I see in you no end, no middle, and no beginning. So Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and is unlimited. Thus, through him, everything could be seen. Beautiful purport. Let's go ahead. Kiretinam gadinam chakrinam cha tejo rasim sarvato diptimantam pashyami tvam durniriksham samanta diptanalarka dyutim prameyam. Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence. Kiritini. Pashyami tvam durniriksham. Niriksham matlab dekhna. To see. Durniriksham is very difficult to see. Spreading all the sides. Tejurasim sarvato diptimantam. Everywhere it's spreading. Like blazing fire or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Blazing fire. Dipta. Unalarpa. Alarpa. Like the blazing fire. Yet I see this glowing from everywhere, adorned with various crowns, gloves, and discs. Text 18. Tvam aksaram paramam veditavyam tamasya viswasya param nidhanam tamavvaya saswata dharma gopta sanatanastum purusho mato me. You are the supreme primal objective, veditavyam, to be understood. You are the objective to be understood. From aksharam, you are infallible. You are the ultimate resting place of all the universes. Param nidhanam. Param nidhanam is the place where Tomasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. You are inexhaustible. Tom Avyaha. And you are the oldest. You are Sanatanastum. You are the maintainer of eternal religion. You are Saswat Dharma Gopta. Saswat Dharma Gopta. The maintainer. Gopta means maintainer. Right? Like in the Sadanga Saranagati we see, one of the limb of Sharanagati is Goptripte Varna, means understanding Krishna to be our guardian and maintainer. So Krishna is the maintainer. And the Vishwarup form, Arjuna is able to see he is the maintainer of all universes. And also the Dharma, Shaswata Dharma Gopta, the personality of Godhead, Purusha. This is my opinion. Mato mein, ye mera mat hai, Arjuna tells. 619. अनादि मध्यांतमनंत वीर्यम अनंत बाहुम शशि सूर्य नेत्रम पश्यामि त्वां दीप्त हुतास वक्त्रम स्वतेजसा विश्वमिदं तपन्तम. You are without origin, anadi, middle or end, madhyam, antam, and also ananta viryam. You are unlimited glories. Glory is unlimited. You have unnumberless arms. Ananta bahum shasi surya netram. The sun and the moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire. Shamitam dipta hutasavaktram. Dipta means blazing, right? Hutasavaktram means fire coming from out of your mouth, right? Hutagne, we say na, hutagne. So when the sages, the brahmanas, then they will put some oblations into the fire. The fire blazes very brilliantly, very fiercely, like this. Hut, hutasavaktram. Your mouth is like blazing fire, like in that fire burns in the yajna kunda. So of course, means fire is also the mouth of Vishnu. We know in this prayer called this what is the prayer? Sahasra Purusha Sukta prayer. It's mentioned. So fire is the mouth of the Lord. The same thing is able to see in the Vishwarup. So blazing fire coming from your mouth, burning this entire universe. Tapantam, idam tapantam, by your own radiance. So Tejasa. Purport. Little purport is there. Can someone read? Divansu Prabhu, could you read?
Yeah, there is no limit to the extent of the six opulences of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here and ये प्रभु जी आपका प्रोफाइल से चिप किया है. Here and in many other places there is repetition. But according to the scriptures, repetition of the glories of Krishna is not a literary weakness. It is said that at the time of bewilderment or wonder or of great ecstasy, his statements are repeated over and over. That is not a flaw.
So out of wonder, Arjuna is repeating the same thing. Adi, Anek, Anek. Sometimes people also start stammering. बहुत सारे बहुत सारे थे प्रभु, प्रभु जी क्या बताएं, बहुत सारे थे वहां पे, सबने मेरी पिटाई कर दी प्रभु। So that's the same situation here. With out of great wonder, Arjuna is speaking same words after another, same words. So many things are repeated here by Arjuna. So this is just because of his uh, getting fully overwhelmed by wonder, rasa of adbhuta rasa. द्यावा पृथिव्योरिदमन्तरिं हि व्याप्तं तवैकेन दिशश्च सर्वाः दृष्ट्वाद्भुतं रूपमुग्रतवेदं लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं महात्मन्. So, although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all the space between. O great one, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perturbed. Means all the planetary system, people are also able to see Krishna's this universal form. So Dva Dyav Aprithvyaha means the space between heaven and earth. And Lokatraya means three words, significant words in this verse. Because it appears that not only did Arjuna see the universal form of the Lord, but others in the other planetary system saw it also. And Devata also saw the universal form. Arjuna seeing the universal form was not a dream. All whom the Lord endowed with divine vision saw that universal form on the battlefield. Text 21. अमीहि त्वां सुरसङ्घा विशन्ति केचिद्भीता प्राञ्जलयो गृह्णन्ति स्वस्तिक्त्वा महर्षि सिद्धसङ्घा स्तुवन्ति त्वां स्तुतिभिः पुष्कलाभिः. My Vedic hymns, all these people are worshipping you, O Lord. All the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them, very much afraid, are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings, Siddhas and Devatas are crying, Shanti, Shanti, all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns. But the demigods in all planetary systems fear the terrific manifestation of the universal form and its glaring effulgence, and so prayed for protection. So they are praying for protection. Shanti, Shanti. रुद्रादित्या वसवो ये च साध्या विश्वेस्विनो मरुतश्चोष्मपाश्च गन्धर्वयक्षासुरसिद्धसङ्घा वीक्षन्ते त्वां विस्मिताश्चैव सर्वे. Translation. All the various manifestations of Lord Shiva. How many manifestations of Shiva are there? How many
12
manifestations?
Rudras. 12 Rudras, I think, Prabhu.
You just got one digit ahead. 11 Rudras.
Oh, sorry.
Not much. Okay, how many Adityas are there?
Don't know.
12 Adityas are there. Don't say 11 Adityas. So these are the simple numbers one should remember. How many Adityas, how many Rudras, how many Vasus, Sadhyas.
How many
Vasus,
Vasus?
Vasus are 10. Yeah. Sadhyas, there are, I don't know, Sadhyas are other kind of devatas. So their numbers are not specified places. And Vishwadevas, all the various manifestations of Shiva, Aditya, Vasu, Santya, Vishwadevas, the two Aswini Kumaras, they are the original physicians of Devatas, Aswini Kumaras, Maruts. There are 49 Maruts. There are different types of winds which flows here, there, all over, all the universe, different types of winds that flow, that called Maruts. The Pitras, forefathers, Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, and their numbers are unlimited. Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, and perfected demigods, Siddhas. are all beholding you in wonder. Means all people are able to see the universal form of the Lord. In that. Rupam mahatte bahuvaktra netram mahabaho bahubahu rupapadam bahudaram bahudashtra karalam drishtva loka pravyatitastaham. Translation: O mighty armed one, all the planets with the demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form, with its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I. So he also disturbed. Verse 24. Nabhasprisam diptamanekavarnam vyattananam dipta vishala nitram drishtva hitam pravyatitantaratma. Scroll down, Prabhu. Dhritim na vindami samam cha Vishnu. Okay, translation. Navasprisantam diptam maneka varnam. All pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouths, and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. दंष्ट्राकरालानि च ते मुखानि दृष्ट्वैव कालान् लसन्निभानि दिशो न जाने न लभे च शर्मा प्रसेद देवेश जगन्निवास. So now you see here now what he's saying. Now the Kala feature is being seen by Arjuna. Oh Lord of Lords, Lord of Fear of the worlds, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance, seeing thus your blazing death-like faces, full teeth in all directions. I am bewildered. Text 26-27. Michatam dhritarashtrasya putra sarve sahaivavanipala sanghaiः Bhishmo Dronah Suta Putrastathaso Sahasmai Diyairapi Yoda Mukhyaih Vaktrani Te Tvaramana Visanti Danshtra Karalani Bhayanakani Kechid Vilagna Dasanantareshu Sandrishtante Churnite Rutamangaih. Translation: all the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also, pressing into your fearful mouths. And some I see trapped with the heads smashed between your teeth. Please read,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Purport. In the previous verse, the Lord promised to show Krishna Arjuna things he would be very interested in seeing. Now Arjuna sees that the leaders of the opposite party, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all the sons of Dhritarashtra, and their soldiers and Arjuna's own soldiers are being annihilated. This is an indication that after the death of nearly all the persons assembled at Kurukshetra, Arjuna will emerge victorious. It is also mentioned here that Bhishma, who is supposed to be unconquerable, will also be smashed. So also Karna. Not only will the great warriors of the other party like Bhishma be smashed, but some of the great warriors of Arjuna's side also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is what he was able to. He was willing to see that all this Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana's army allies should also be killed. So he is able to see. Not only there, but also his own army, big chieftains are going to be get killed. So that what also he is able to see. That's not yet. यथा नदीनां बहवोऽम्बुवेगाः समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा द्रवन्ति तथा तवामि नरलोकवीरा विशन्ति वक्त्राण्यभिविज्ज्वलन्ति. यथा नदीनां बहवोऽम्बुवेगाः. There are two analogies given here. How this all the army soldiers and everything is going to get destroyed. So Lord is giving two. This Vyasdev is giving two analogies. As many waves of rivers flow into the ocean, so do all the great waters enter into blazing into your mouths. Yatha tavami narlokavira samudraiva mukhatravanti. Text 29. As all different rivers they get into the ocean, similarly all the army soldiers are thus getting into your mouth. तद्यथा प्रदीप्तं ज्वलनं प्रतंगा विशन्ति नाशाय समृद्धवेगा तथैव नाशाय विशन्ति लोकास्तवापि वक्त्राणि समृद्धवेगा. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. And I've seen blazing fire and the different small birds, they get into blazing fire, pat, pat, crack, 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 they burn to ashes. It's a matter of second. So like that, all the soldiers are just entering into your fiery mouth and they're just burned to ashes, right? लीलीयसे ग्रसमान समन्ता लोकान् समग्रान्वत जने तने ज्वलन्ति तेजोभिरापूर्य जगत् समग्रं भासस्तवग्रा प्रतपन्ति विष्णु. लीलीयसे, oh Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. Sometimes some people they eat a lot of wonderful Mahaprasadam, and sometimes some of the section of Mahaprasadam gets here on the boundary of lips. So what do we do? We say like this. So some of the army soldiers they were stuck somewhere here. So Lord does lily is sab khata, sab khata. Like there was this the killer of Dronacharya, Drishtadyumna. They were actually killed after battlefield. I mean, almost the battle was over. The five sons of Draupadi were killed, and so huge massacre. 64 crore people were killed in 18 days. Like unimaginable, right? Unimaginable. So, what could be the situation like? Even by feeling, you feel like reeling, not able to fathom how much massacre would have been there. So this is all the plan of the Lord. रक्षाहि मे को भवानुग्र रूपो नमस्तुते देववर प्रसीद विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यं नहि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तिम्. O Lord of the Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. So now Arjuna is asking, who are you, Lord? I will pay my obeisances to you. Please be gracious to me. Please tell me who are you. So from here, text 32 onwards, the Lord is going to tell his mission. Who is he actually? Right? Who is he? And what the mission of his, what is going to do from text 32 to text 34. This three slokas. Lord instructs Arjuna. So I am this, and you have to do this. Right? Sambandha jnana, videya jnana. It just, but this three slokas, right? So when people they see audio visual, then they convince very quickly, right? So again, Lord is going to tell in the three slokas. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. कालस्मि लोकक्षयकृत प्रवृद्धो लोकान् समाहर्तुमिह प्रवृत्तः ऋतेऽपि त्वां न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे ये स्थिता प्रत्यनेकेषु योधाः. Translation: The Supreme Personality of God says, "Time I am the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on the both sides will be slain." But you read.
But by His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Although Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It is written in the Vedas that the Supreme Truth destroys everything, even the Brahmanas, as stated in the Katha Upanishad. Yasya brahmasya kshatrancha ubhe bhavanto odanaha mrityur yashopasechanam kaitha veda yatra sa. Eventually, all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and everyone else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. This form of the Supreme Lord is the all devouring giant, and here Krishna presents himself in the form of all devouring time. Except for a few Pandavas, everyone who was present on that battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed. For that was his plan. If Arjuna stopped fighting, they would die in another way. Death could not be checked, even if he did not fight. In fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature.
Yeah, thank you so much. So Lord is telling that Kalas Viham Laksha Kirpurdo. I am the time and I appeared here to destroy these all people, right? And Srila Prabhupada quotes Katha Upanishad. It tells that how Mrityu Yasopasechanam Kaitha Vedayatrasa. The Supreme Lord, He is destroyer of Brahma, Brahmana, Kshatriya, everyone, Vaishya, Shudra, everyone. Ube Bhavata Odana. It becomes the food of Supreme Lord. Page 33. तस्मात् त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रुन् भुक्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धं मयैवैते नियता पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory, conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They're already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Just an instrument in the fight. Just fight, and everything is already done. Right? Purport. Sabyasachi. Okay, please read. Someone read. Purport.
Purport. Sabyasachi refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill enemies. Just become an instrument. Nimit matram. This word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish persons who do not have sufficient knowledge think that nature is moving without a plan and all manifestations are but accidental formations. But there are there are many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this or maybe like that. But there is no question of perhaps or maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is the plan? The cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned souls to go back home, back to Godhead. Go back to Godhead, back to home. As long as they have the domineering mentality which makes them try to lord over material nature, they are conditioned. But anyone who can understand the plan of Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you so much. So we see how everything is just going on by the will of the Lord. And everybody, all of us, we're just instrument. We're just instrument. And moved by material nature, the instrument, how to make a sabji, the kadahi and the kachul, the spoon becomes an instrument. But the person who is the cook, he is the person who is making all the recipes. But the kadahi and the instrument, the spoon, you start thinking that I am the maker of sabji. That is the problem. But similarly, when we understand ourselves, our position, we are just instrument in our duties. We are just doing on behalf of Krishna, and our purpose is to become Krishna conscious. Whole material world is created just to make us Krishna conscious and make us again return home back to Godhead, right? So if our dominating mentality will remain, dominating, there is only one dominating person, principal Krishna. We are all dominated. But dominated becomes dominating, then that is the problem of the material world. So there, living entity forgets Krishna. As soon as he starts thinking of dominating, then what happens? He happens to forget Krishna. And that's the whole reason because of which he is here in this material world. So text 34, Lord is again going further. Ahead is telling that don't worry about these great Maharathis. द्रोणम विश्वम जयद्रथम कर्ण सब लोग ऑलरेडी मेरे द्वारा मारे जा चुके हैं. Just you do is Sabyasachi. You are the greatest archer. You just shoot the arrows and see how these people are going to get killed. They are already killed. Practically, the very day Draupadi was disrobed or trying to be disrobed, the very day Lord has killed them. But he was just making arrangements so that everybody will get at one place and I will kill them. The killing actually had been done already, but it was just time separating. Time was separating. Lord was so angry that he might have killed all the Kuruvansis right there on the very same day. But Lord wanted all the other demoniac forces joined together on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and then grind them together. Like to make sabji, people they bring sabji like lanka, like chili and the adrak, ginger together and they grind. It's finished. Why to grind everything separate? So Lord brought everybody together and he grants them here in 18 days. So they're already killed. So Dronam cha Bhismam cha Jayadratham cha Karanam tatha Annanapi Yodh Viran Maya Hatastam Jahimavatishta Yudasva Veta Sirane Sapatnan Drona Bhisma Jayadratha Karana. Other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight. You will vanquish your enemies in battle. So such an assurance is given to devotee of the Lord. But
Purport. Every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he is not kind and merciful to his devotees that he want to give the credit to his devotees who carry out his plan according to his desire. Life should therefore move in such a way that everyone act in Krishna consciousness and understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of the spiritual master. The plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by his mercy, and the plan of the devotee is as good as his plan. One should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle for existence.
Hare Krishna. So this is the message by Srila Prabhupada to all of us, devotees in ISKCON, that we need to be first, always be Krishna conscious. We should work on behalf of Krishna and in relation with Krishna, right? So then automatically everything Krishna makes everything done, and he gives the credit to his devotees. So Krishna's purpose is to give credit to his devotees, and devotees' purpose is to give credit to Krishna. Devotees never keep any credit, like genuinely. He understands that what is my credit? I'm just an instrument. And Krishna also he wants to make his devotees to give his credit. Why Krishna will give credit to non-devotees? Why not Krishna will give credit to his devotees? So devotees, Krishna wants to give the credits to his devotees. And devotee just need to be in Krishna consciousness, depending upon Krishna in all activities. He should understand the desire of Krishna through his spiritual master. And in this way, follow such plans and be victorious in struggle for existence. And this is the way of becoming victorious. in its struggle for existence in this material world. Always having dependence upon Krishna, always aligning by the instructions of his spiritual master and living our life. Hare Krishna. So today we'll pause here. So we discussed 3 sections today, and 2 more sections are there. So we shall discuss it next week. We'll complete it next week. Hare Krishna. So if we have anything to say from this particular section, particular chapter. Nothing. Okay. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhagavad Gita as it is 11th chapter ki jai. Gaur Premanand.
Hare
Hare